in the captivating introduction to their seminal work, The Art of Thinking Clearly, Rolf Dobelli shares a profound analogy that sets the stage for their exploration of cognitive biases. He likens the human mind to a painter who observes the world through a colored lens, distorting the accurate representation of reality. This metaphor emphasizes that our perception of the world is not a direct reflection of objective truth, but rather a subjective interpretation filtered through our own biases and mental frameworks. This idea is further elaborated upon in their book, Fooled by Randomness, where Nassim Nicholas Taleb uses the illustration of a chicken observing its life in a barn. To the chicken, its limited experience within the barn represents the entirety of its existence, until one day it escapes and discovers a much larger world outside. This realization shatters the confines of the chicken's previous understanding, demonstrating how our own perceptions can be similarly constrained by the boundaries of our knowledge and experience. Just as the chicken was confined to its barn, many of us unknowingly live within the confines of a mental prison, a construct of our own minds that shapes our beliefs, decisions, and emotions. But what if there's a way to break free from these mental shackles? What if there is a path to shatter the illusions that limit our understanding and perception of the world? Join me on this enlightening journey as we delve into the depths of human cognition and explore the transformative power of recognizing reality as a limited representation. We will discuss the key signs that indicate you are currently trapped within the walls of this mental prison and the empowering steps you can take to break free. So fasten your seatbelts and prepare to embark on a mental revolution that will challenge everything you thought you knew about reality. But before we dive into the heart of this mind-bending topic, let's take a moment to appreciate your presence here. If you find value in our discussions, show your support by hitting that thumbs up button. Your support means everything to us. Now, without further ado, let's unravel the mysteries of the mental prison and your potential path to liberation. To truly understand the concept of reality as a limited representation, it's crucial to delve into two interconnected ideas: disillusionment and the nature of reality. Let's start with disillusionment. The sources explain that disillusionment is not just a feeling of disappointment, but a profound realization. It's the moment when you recognize that what you've accepted as reality is actually a construction of your mind, a particular way of seeing the world that might not be the only or even the most accurate way. This realization is often triggered by anomalies, gaps in your understanding, or inconsistencies in your beliefs that cannot be explained by your current worldview. Imagine, for example, someone who has always believed that the sun revolves around the earth. For centuries, this was the common understanding, backed by religious and scientific authorities. However, with the emergence of new evidence and a shift in scientific thinking, this long-held belief began to crumble. When confronted with the heliocentric model of the solar system, where the earth revolves around the sun, this person experiences a profound shift in their understanding of reality. This moment of realization, when one recognizes that the earth rotates on its axis and revolves around the sun, is a quintessential example of disillusionment. Now let's turn our attention to the nature of reality. The sources emphasize that reality itself is far more complex and multifaceted than any single perspective can capture. Reality, in essence, is the totality of existence, encompassing all that is, has been, and ever will be. It is a vast, intricate web of events, interactions, and phenomena that defies complete comprehension or representation. Trying to grasp reality fully is like attempting to drink from a fire hose. There's simply too much information to process all at once. Therefore, each individual creates their own representation of reality based on the information they have access to and the cognitive frameworks they've developed over time. These representations serve as mental maps that guide our understanding and decision-making, but they are inevitably incomplete and subject to our own biases and limitations. With this understanding in place, Let's move on to exploring the signs that indicate you are trapped within the confines of a mental prison. One of the most insidious signs that you may be confined within the walls of a mental prison is an unexamined sense of certainty. The sources highlight that a relentless confidence in the correctness of your beliefs can be a subtle yet powerful indicator that your perspective is limited. When you hold your beliefs so strongly that you are impervious to alternative viewpoints or even contradictory evidence, it's a sign that your understanding of reality may be incomplete or skewed. This unwavering certainty is often deeply ingrained and can stem from a myriad of sources, such as unchallenged cultural norms, unquestioned religious doctrines, or deeply held political convictions. The danger of such unchecked certainty lies in the fact that it can act as a barrier to growth, learning, and the acknowledgement of one's own biases and limitations. It's crucial to cultivate a sense of intellectual humility, recognizing that while you may hold some truths, you are unlikely to possess all of them. Embracing this humility allows you to remain open to new information and perspectives, ultimately enriching your understanding of reality. Another telltale sign of mental confinement is the inability to consider alternative viewpoints or engage in constructive dialogue with those who hold different beliefs. The sources underscore the importance of intellectual diversity and the dangers of echo chambers. When you surround yourself only with individuals who reinforce your existing beliefs and demonize those who hold opposing views, you limit your exposure to a single narrative. This can result in a distorted perception of reality and an inability to understand or empathize with perspectives that differ from your own. To break free from the confines of mental imprisonment, it is essential to seek out diverse viewpoints and engage in respectful dialogue with those who hold different beliefs. By doing so, you open yourself up to the possibility of learning, challenging your own assumptions, and gaining a more comprehensive understanding of complex issues. Remember, the strength of your beliefs should be inversely proportional to the strength of your conviction. The more robust and multidimensional your understanding of a topic, the less need there is for unwavering certainty. Furthermore, the sources emphasize that being unable to articulate or defend your beliefs is another indication that your perspective might be overly rigid or biased. The ability to clearly express and defend your beliefs is a hallmark of a flexible and well-reasoned perspective. On the other hand, being unable to articulate your beliefs or resorting to ad hominem attacks when challenged suggests that your understanding is fragile and susceptible to scrutiny. This lack of clarity or defensiveness can stem from a variety of factors, such as a poor understanding of one's own beliefs, an unwillingness to engage in intellectual discourse, or a tendency to rely on emotional appeals rather than logical reasoning. Cultivating the ability to articulate and defend your beliefs in a clear and concise manner is a powerful tool for breaking free from mental confinement. It requires a deep understanding of your own beliefs, an ability to engage in critical thinking, and a willingness to engage with alternative viewpoints. By honing these skills, you not only strengthen your own understanding of reality, but also pave the way for more meaningful and productive conversations with others. And finally, the sources point out that being overly sensitive to contradictory evidence or alternative interpretations is another sign that your mental prison walls might be crumbling. The capacity to remain calm and rational when confronted with contradictory evidence or alternative interpretations is a testament to the strength and flexibility of one's perspective. Conversely, exhibiting heightened emotional responses or resorting to dismissive tactics when faced with differing opinions indicates a susceptibility to cognitive biases and a resistance to intellectual growth. Such reactions often stem from a deep-seated need for validation, a fear of being proven wrong, or a lack of confidence in one's own beliefs. Developing the ability to remain composed and receptive to contradictory evidence is crucial for breaking free from mental confinement. This involves cultivating a sense of emotional resilience, embracing the discomfort that comes with questioning one's beliefs, and recognizing that the presence of contradictory evidence does not necessarily invalidate one's perspective, but rather offers an opportunity for growth and refinement. These signs, whether it's unexamined certainty, inability to consider alternative viewpoints, an inability to articulate or defend your beliefs, or being overly sensitive to contradictory evidence, serve as critical indicators that your current mental prison walls might be weakening. Each sign points to a potential blind spot or area of rigidity in your thinking, offering a starting point for self-reflection and growth. Recognizing these signs is the first step toward dismantling the mental prison and embarking on a journey toward a more expansive, nuanced understanding of reality. If you resonated with these insights and are eager to learn more about how to break free from the confines of mental imprisonment, stay tuned for our next discussion on strategies for expanding your awareness and challenging your own beliefs. And if you've already started to question your current perspectives, share your experiences and insights in the comments below. Together, we can continue to dismantle the walls of mental confinement and strive for a deeper, more inclusive understanding of the world.